Welcome to the Auburn Equestrian Report. We talk it over with Tigers head coach Greg Williams. Auburn back from the All-Star competition in Florida and back to dual meet competition this week as Auburn plays host to Texas A&M at 1 o'clock on Saturday. It's been a while since Auburn hosted an equestrian competition.
Yeah, we had
in Auburn.
We've been on the road a lot, and of course had the long winter break, so we're ready for a home one. It's always a little bit easier to ride at home, and you should get some advantage. And you play another SEC school, you want everything that you can in your field. But then we're also using a bunch of new horses, which we think are really good horses, nice horses. We're glad to have them in our lineup. But it is going to be a little different for us as well.
Will this be the first competition for these horses?
Some of them, yes. Some of them it'll be their first competition, their first college meet, and it puts a lot of unknowns in there. But that's fine. We're good. We're ranked well. We're going to make nationals. Everything I feel like we do that just kind of keeps things tough just makes us more prepared to be ready to win a national championship.
Here's an uninformed question for you. How often do you bring in new horses throughout a season? How often does that occur?
Well, you change them out. Most of the horses that we use are ex-show horses. So they're usually donated because they can't stand the rigors of being on the road all the time. And in the show world, everything's about that horse every single day. And in ours, if one's just off a little bit, well, we put that one out and another one goes in the lineup. Right. So we can put them in and out because it's all about the riders and they're head-to-head on the same horse. So you can just change the horses out and you're fine. Yeah. And it's just something that, when it's too hard to keep one sound in the traditional show world, it's just, it's just too much. You haul them somewhere, you got everything banking on it, pull them out of the stall, and they're off a little bit. Well, then you're shot for the weekend. So it is very important for us to keep changing them out and rotating them through.
When you're bringing in new horses, do you use more horses for a dual meet like this one this Saturday?
Well, the numbers that we use stay the same. We do have a couple of exhibition rides in each event in Western, which we're very happy to have the horses to do that finally. It gives more opportunity to riders. You get to see some other riders that are maybe right on the bubble that you're looking at putting in the regular lineup. It's something, that you see in gymnastics a lot. We've got an exhibition spot, so we've got a couple of those in the events, which that's going to be, that's good for us. It's just great to be in that position because we've been sometimes where you're just scrambling to make sure you've got enough sound horses for a regular meet. So this is good.
As you and I talked this day, it looks like Saturday from a weather perspective is going to be very nice, sunny, and in the mid to upper 50s, maybe a little on the cool side, but at least dry.
Oh, if it's sunny and 57, that's actually pretty warm standing out there. You're not even going to be heavy coat. So I'm so pleased with that. It's been an unbelievable winter. Just got out of, from recruiting down in South Florida where it's gorgeous there, but they've even had their fair share of cold. And a lot of the people down there competing have their, regular houses up in New England area. And to hear their stories, it's unbelievable what's happening across the country.
How about a quick recap of the All-Star competition you were at this past week?
Well, you've got 16 different riders from across the country, and it is All-Star event, and it's head-to-head, and you've got to keep winning to advance. And Christina had won, was riding well. The match that she lost, she actually lost to the girl that eventually won the whole thing, Catherine Schmidt out of South Carolina, and who's a very good rider. And really, Christina was doing great. She's had just one fence that she just missed on a little bit, and that's all it takes to get out. So just small mishaps, and you're out. We were actually watching the Olympics last night, my wife and I, and we were just comparing how close it is, whether it's speed skating or whatever. When you're just kind of at the higher level, like this All-Star event, everything has to be perfect each time. One little misstep in a speed skating, you're out. One little misstep over fences and you're out as well.
Right. For Auburn as a team, this will be the Tigers' first competition as a team since its trip to Delaware.
Right.
What have you worked on in practice in the couple weeks since?
The individual practices on Western were fantastic last week, but we gave them a long weekend, a lot to prep the horses a little bit, a lot just to reward the riders because our season is so long, just to give them some breaks. Honestly, I feel like probably our Western practices came back kind of rusty yesterday. Hunt seat seemed to be fine, so they may be trading back and forth a little bit over the next couple days, which one's having strong and which one still has some mistakes in there, but feel really good. Felt really good at the end of last week, and we just need some of this rain to get out of the area. It looks like I guess we're not going to be able to complain compared to North Alabama and some other areas, but we needed to get out of here so we can, because we don't have our covered arena yet. So hopefully next year this won't be an issue, but we've got to get in and practice.
Auburn will face Texas A&M Saturday at 1 p.m. Admission, of course, is free. You have faced A&M already in your Texas swing, Coach.
Right. We had a close win there. Texas A&M has had their losses. They've had a lot of really close ones. It's been a tough season for them so far, and I know that they're going to be coming in here kind of looking to play hard and kind of probably take a little bit of risk in all their patterns. They're going to go pretty hard. So I think that's something that our girls got to be ready for.
All right, what are a couple keys? Give us a couple keys for Saturday against the Aggies.
As always, Texas A&M is a threat to beat anybody on the Western end, and so I think our Western riders have got to bring their game. We should be okay on the hunt seat, at least by the stats have been this year. So I guess as always, you're saying you're playing on both sides, but I think it's just making sure that the Western keeps up with such a strong Western team that A&M has, and we should be able to. Our girls are doing really well, and this year we're one of the best Western teams in the country, and that's nice to see. That happening in Auburn. We're good on both arenas right now. Very good.
Be good to be at home.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be unique right now.
All right. Wish you all the best this weekend, War Eagle.
All right, War Eagle.
Tigers head coach Greg Williams on the Auburn Equestrian Report.